Hello, Melody. Okay. Hello, Melody. Let's see here. Save the attendance already. Seems like some people are getting a late start. All right, so let's go through our norms real quick. Here we go. All right, so Melody, can you read the first five basic norms?
One has to start from the first one. Education in the classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our school, and our family. In Excel Academy of Southwest, students always act with integrity. We take part in Excel Academy of Southwest.
Thank you. All right, now I'll read the five academic norms. We respect the opinions of others at all times. Try to. Respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors. All right, now, of course, you already know about GGI. I already put the link in there. I think I cross-posted to all the classes and try to come in there and or participate in the discussion. There's opportunity to get credit. It's like 5 to 10 points added to previous scores, and we're coming towards the end, so try to make it there. They also got this opportunity still on the table. You can come there and ask questions or ask Borders or Rush about it if you're interested. Okay, so let me jump into today. Let me come out of this. Today we're primarily working on project 2. Now, you should have been able to do project 1 on the kit, which is Scratch 3, or you could do project 2 on the online version, but it's hard to get the extra credit if you're not doing it on the kit. And I want to show you some tricks on why. But first and foremost, I want to find the video and put that in the chat because we still haven't set up VNC Viewer. Now, I really want you all to work on project 2 and getting it done tomorrow. I'm going to introduce you to how and what page, but I want you to take a look at this video real quick and do the settings that my son has already done. Now, this is to get you prepped and ready for VNC Viewer. Now, I got to update the objective. Let me come here. Where's my screen at? Here we go. And then all you do and I'll put it in the chat for you in case you're confused, but you put in VNC Viewer. Now you're going to do this on the computer that you're going to be working on. This is separate from your Raspberry Pi. Now, your Raspberry Pi also needs to have VNC Viewer updated onto its kit, and has a way to update that process. Now, from the computer end, or your laptop or your phone, you can download what is called VNC Viewer. Now, this is the app or a program that allows you to remote into your Raspberry Pi. Both of them have to have VNC activated. Now, if you're using a Chromebook, you usually would use what? The one for Chrome. If you're using a Raspberry Pi, you won't have to really do this part over there on the kit, because the kit, there's a way that my son shows you how to load those things. And then Windows 10, that's if you have like a Dell Acer, those usually are Windows 10 base or lower. So here's a link. Copy this. Put this in the chat. So you might want to open that on the other device you're going to use to log into your kit. This way you guys and gals can or everyone can leave the kit running. And you can literally, like I was last night, setting it up for Scratch 3. And I was programming from my bedroom in the bed, Project 2 to test it out. All right. Then you can do this from a tablet too, and just be logged into your Raspberry Pi from, this is a closed network. So you can't do it from, say, McDonald's back at home. There's a way to do it, but this is more complicated. We're going to start with the baby steps. But I want you to review. Let me get the video queued up for you guys. I want you to review the video my son did on this this specific aspect of how to set your kit up correctly. Where are we at? Your channel. And then I think I'm going to grab videos. Okay, wait. Now, I always get confused here. Okay. There's a search feature. I'm just going to go to history. I got to save that link. Okay, so let's copy this. I think I saved it in my bookmarks already. I'm going to put this here. All right. So you can open up on your own. I'm going to try to play a little bit of it. I just want you to pay attention about maybe 5 minutes of what he does, and then try to do the same on your kit. This sets your computer up, at least, or your Raspberry Pi up, at least to have the VNC Viewer installed. All right. And he even shows you, like, if you watch the whole video, it's 12 minutes long. He goes into how to get, comfortable with the syntax, with commands, things that y'all might have done or not done, especially if you got a new kit. Let's take a look at it later. But I'm going to pull it up here so you can see it. Where's it at? I got to get the right tab. So I got to stop sharing, right? And then we're going to do Chrome tab. Oh, Carson's in with his kit. You must have got your new kit, huh? Or you got something going. Are you on your phone or your kit? Okay. I hope he's on his kit. He's in here twice, so he's doing something. All right, so you should see the video. All right, cool. And I see the tab that's ready for it. I'm gonna bring this back some. And there you go.
All right, hello everyone. Today we'll be doing the VNC Viewer and the Scratch 3 project. After the hardware and software full setup, we'll be doing the rest of the get started to finish everything up. Make sure that everything's moving at its fastest speed and not moving slow at all, which means that we'll be doing the pseudo APT. But let me stop talking. Let's move straight to the VNC. So the VNC, all you have to do is type in the address. Make sure you use Unix. Sign in. Sure, I'll show you on here. Make sure you use Unix sign in. Let me go here. Click on this part. Let's go full screen so it doesn't look so bad. Options. Prefer on Unix password. So the Unix password is the system information is in here, meaning that the password that you entered first at your settings is what we'll be using. Easy, right? And the username is always going to be pi. If you have that setting on, then remember that the username will always be pi, lowercase on everything. But once you're in and you enter the address, try not to get it wrong. Make sure you have the password written down if it's capital or not. Keep the encryption on, and you can exit out once you're here and you can see everything. Because a little window will pop up like this, showing you everything you can do. And also exit this out and minimize that. And exit this out. Now this is the Scratch desktop. So how to get here is we go to Add Extension. We go to Raspberry Pi Syntax. Click on that. I'm gonna go back. And then it shows all the stuff you can do with the Raspberry Pi Syntax, like displaying a text, hello, display this, hello, or whatever. That's the Scratch 3 project. Then you can start moving pixels to different directions or coordinates. Each coordinate is on the pixel. Sorry. Each coordinate corresponds with each pixel. We move set pixel X to what? Set pixel Y to what? X and Y coordinates are what you need to set a single dot. So we can maybe set pixel X 1, 2. Then what we'll do is say blue. And then guess what it does? It sets one of the pixels blue. Easy. So that's basically it. That's all you have to do. That's the Scratch 3 project. That's the BNC. Now we'll move on to the updates. You didn't see the updates, then all we have to do is go to Preferences, Add/Remove Software, Options, check for updates. Then, we have this, Install Updates. If it says you're all good, you're all good. Now we move on to Preferences. Oh wait, we just did that. Preferences, Recommended Software. It's just a refresh, so you can skip past this part if need be. Check off all of these boxes. Don't click anything else. Just click all of these boxes. That means all programs. Click Apply. Then X out. Next, we'll move on to Help, which is getting started. Installing all software, COAPT, or my add-on is not working. It's a bit of a, nothing wrong really. Installing software, this is what we'll be doing. So you can see this is all we have to do. That's updating, that's accessing our files. Now let's go straight to configuring our software.
Hey, Eli. All right, I'm going to do attendance again. So, I mean, the video's in the chat if you guys want to watch the rest of it, guys and gals. But honestly, what you have to pay attention to is, every step he's doing is getting you ready to use Scratch 3 with the Synsat. And if you did everything correctly, the Synsat will automatically pop up in the extensions. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in a moment. I'm trying to get my attendance registered. Come on. Okay, Leah's not here today. Eli is here. All right, who am I missing? All right, nobody. Okay, so, and yes, it's saved. All right, now, I'm going to come over here, and if you go on NSB, I didn't want to, like I said, I always don't want to scare you guys, but this assignment for today is similar. You're going to be using the book again, just like we did last time. What was posted yesterday, right? Everybody should have at least done project 1 and turned that in for this collaborative group work on chapter 4. There was the group activity document, right? Everybody should have made their own copy and submitted that document into PDF into this assignment here. All right, go ahead, Eli.
I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm just going off what you're saying, turning that stuff, because I know I was turning my stuff. I know my grade not supposed to go up like that, but I ain't been saying it increased a little bit. I'll say my grade. I'm not ashamed. My grade is like a 50. And I've been doing, ever since I've been doing my stuff, I know I've been doing my, like, well, we don't do nails in here. I've been participating, reading out little stuff. I've been turning in my work lately, but I thought this going to be at least like 55, 60. I ain't been saying it increase.
The cord is not over with, Eli.
Oh, you going to put them in when it's all done or something?
Well, I'm trying to give everybody time. If I put it in, it's going to start scaring some people.
Oh, well,
If
I
I
ain't know
put
how you
yours
was
in,
doing it. I was just asking, that's all.
no, that's cool. You want me to reveal the scores? Hey.
Well, I revealed my score. I told you. I think I got a
But
50
to
in this
be
class.
to let you know, you've improved. You did a 360. So I got a lot of stuff I still got to grade with you.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
my class is not easy grading. Like you got other teachers, they got to read, and then it's easy. For y'all, I got to see where y'all improved, what y'all did group activity wise. It's a lot of factors. So you're doing good though. I think you might be close to a B. We got to see though. You got a lot of participation points as well.
I like them
Uh,
B's.
say what?
You don't
Like
get
the what?
it.
Then that will really help you push you over the top and have secure B because you got a low score now. Is those lab assignments? So go through them and turn in the files for each if you complete them. So that's what you should focus on. And that's what I'm really waiting on from a lot of students to double the scores. What was I saying? So I hope to answer your question. I want to get it started and then tell you what page, because this is the same, but I'm gonna grab this from the chat and put this in there too. Because this is all you're gonna see when the assignment pops up in about 30 minutes. The reason I do that is because when I post assignments in the morning, that scares people away. I don't know. So let me put this in the chat and see who wants to read it. First, I gotta edit it. So we're going to be working from the book on project 2, right? Project 2, because tomorrow is demonstration, so we can get ready for the quiz on Friday. And that way you guys will work as a group. So you got to work as a group trial tomorrow. And that's who's demonstrating the engineer, who's collaborating, right? And I'm going to go through the videos already. I already got some students selected. I hope they're here so you guys can have an easy Friday. But it starts on page 76, right? So you have your book out. Go to page 76 and look for project 2. It's called Synchronized Swimming. Now, this is another project, just like we did with the astronaut, and you got to follow directions. This is even better because there's an online link in case you don't want to carry the book around, and you can open it up and try to side by side it and create the code. It's up to you. But this ends this project on page, where are we at? 86. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the chat, and I'm gonna have some points on the roster. Let's see here, Eli, you just got here. Can you read that in the chat there?
Hello, all. Good morning, all STEAM majors. Answer and follow questions in the attachment PDF via your official Raspberry Pi beginner's guidebook that came with your kit. Review pages 76, 86 for your answers. You will be partnered up with other students based upon your group roles. Selected. Computer, electronic engineer, collaborative secretary, demonstrator speaker. We will discuss the assignments further in class. Hope to see you there and then.
Thank you, sir. So all I'm saying is we're going to be using this for project 2. Okay. And it'll be asked, it'll say project 2 in the assignment where you're posting your files at. Some people have posted files, and that's great. Now we got to get ready for the group activity portion, because that's what changes it up, so we don't have to use the regular assessments like a quiz or something. We can call it a project, and that's what I'm really shoot for. And there's actually a score for projects in your rubric. I don't know if you all noticed your grading assessments. Okay, so come back to this. I want to open up my VNC viewer. And this is something I want you guys to get established. If you get VNC viewer installed, make sure you go through those steps in that video when you get a chance. And hope for tomorrow, the engineer, whoever it is that can get it working, will be able to VNC viewer into the Raspberry Pi and demonstrate. The engineer will be just pretty much the person that's going through the VNC viewer, but the speaker can be someone else on the group. So decide which role you want to facilitate tomorrow. Now, again, let's do project 2 here. I'm going to give you time to work on it in class. If you're on your kit, minimize this. And I forgot to almost mention what the objective was, right? So let me come here, present. And you guys are computer science, but I'm going to have to go to CTE because it's loaded already. We're still dealing with conditional statements, especially in this one. So that's the word of the day. I want to drill this into your skulls. Like, okay, if, then, else. Those are blocks of code that are conditional statements. The word of the day for today is, I got 2 dots there. I didn't even know I did that. See, I gotta go back and edit all this. The word of the day is brazen from what I saw at my January word list. All right. And what I want, let's see here. Carson, are you there? Can you read the objective there?
Yeah, I thought you put it in the chat.
No, it's on the screen.
Wait, which one the objective? Oh,
It's okay.
let's
It
see.
says today's objective.
The students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Project 2 via Scratch 3.
Thank you. And I already mentioned the other 2. So some of you guys are used to this. To get the exit slip for these programs, you have to very creatively use a say block to say what the definition of conditional is. I'm telling you, how to get 25 extra points, everybody. You have to say what the definition of brazen is. That's the word of the day, somewhere in there. So it has to be displayed somewhere in your code when you get done. And then also the objective, if it's shown, that's an additional 15 points. Now, Carson got about 20 points for reading the objective out loud. That's in-class participation points. But to add to the score, or to sweeten the pot, as my dad would say, you can have those programmed into your actual projects and displayed, really. So let me go backwards, come out of this, and go back into my kit, logged into it. And you want to have this interface set up, if you can see what I'm doing. Let me make sure everybody can see what I'm doing. I want to come here and make sure, yep, you can see what I'm doing. So what you want to do is to get to Scratch 3, because you're going to be using this a lot. That's what Gabriel was talking about, my son, in the video. You click on the Raspberry, go to Programming. Come down to Scratch 3. Okay. Now, once we're in Scratch 3, it's going to give you a load screen saying starting the desktop or starting project. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute, so be patient. But once it's done, it'll have this default screen, or this beginning screen. You go to page. And start sweeping around the house and dust. You go to page 76 of your book, like I think Eli just talked about. Oh no, it wasn't Eli. Who read that? Was it Eli? Yeah, it was Eli. I had to look down my notes. So the project is called Synchronized Swimming. The first step tells you to go to the website, right? So I want to see who's paying attention. If you have your book, you can get about, I want to say, 50 points, but you got to read all of page 77. Who would like to get those 50 points? And you got to have your book to get it, though. So I hope somebody got their book with them. Anybody, or should I read it? If I read, the points evaporate. Going once.
I'll read it.
Oh, okay, you got the page number already?
Oh, no, I don't got it. I don't got my book.
Ah, can't read it then. You need your book.
I
Where's your
thought you
book
was
at?
going to show it. I ain't at home yet, so.
Oh, I can't show a book, brother.
I
So
got my pattern.
okay, cool. Then ooh. Okay, so I gotta put the link in there so you could try to do it. All right. That might help you. So I'm gonna put the link in, and some people could use it, but this is also in the book on page 76. So I think it says RPF dot IO/SYNCHRO dash swimming, right? And give that a try, but you might want to copy it into there because it didn't turn into a link. You want to copy that over to your kit. So let me do it on my kit and see if it works. I'm going to open up a browser. Let's do a new tab. And we're going to put that in there. And what happens? Because it's like it goes straight to GitHub. All right, so something showed. And what happens here? Oh my goodness, it's a Raspberry Pi link for the activity. So you can use this to finish the whole thing. As a matter of fact, all of you guys can use this if you don't want to use your book. So copy it in, and it seems like it's got all the steps so you can get started. I'm old school. I worked in the library. I worked as a research assistant. I like reading. So, but I think you should use the book. You could use this link. I'm just worried the link might skip some steps or something. And this is what you would utilize. So let me see if I can grab this, and maybe it'll turn into a link you could use in the chat to get this project done. Now, again, if you don't have your kit, you can use Scratch online if you have a Scratch profile. But to get the extra credit, we have something called the SenseHat extensions. And that's what I'm trying to get everybody to use by Friday. So if you're in Scratch 3, you should be able to come down here in extensions if you see my screen. And if you scroll down, you'll see my Raspberry Pi SenseHat becomes available if you have it connected right. I can click on this and do some cool things with the SenseHat as I'm programming. That's what my son was talking about. So you can add colors to your SenseHat while your program is running at certain parts, and have it say certain things or a name come across like yours. If you do that and you send me the file, I can retest it over here because that's all scientists do. We retest code and see if it happens on my SenseHat. You're able to get your name to come across the SenseHat. That's an additional 25 points. But you got to do it with the coding of Scratch 3, right? So I should see your project run if you're using this activity. And then also somewhere in there, if you're crafty enough, you include your coding, a say block or two, but in the form of a SenseHat to display your name. Okay. Now you still get the 25 points. I want to start the timer. You still get the 25 points for including the word of the day, classroom terminator today, and objective displayed on your stage area for Scratch 3. All right. So all those things you have access to. So how about like this? We're going to do 10 minutes where you're just working solely on project 2. We're going to, backpedal towards VNC Viewer and see how many people downloaded that. And if you get the project done, remember to save your file. Now, if you're on the kit, you can go to File, Save to your computer. All right. This will save a .sb3 file that you're going to submit into EDSB for credit. If you're on the online version of Scratch and you're logged in, it automatically puts it into the cloud where you save your work, and you have a My Stuff folder that you can always go back to, whether you're on your cell phone, tablet, whatever the case may be. So it just depends on how you're accessing your files, okay? Whether it's through the kit or the online version. I prefer you use the kit. That's how you get the 25 points to use the SenseHat with the kit. All right, 10 minutes. Can I give you more? It's 9:33. I got a feeling you're gonna need a little more time than 10 minutes. All right, so I'm looking to see who can share out files. All right, we can't really share screens until you all get VNC Viewer installed on your kit. And I really just want to see the file so I could test it and probably give you the credit in advance. Some people are like, what am I grade? What am I grade? All right, I can start putting stuff in. Gonna make some people look a little shaky, but I can put it in, and your grade can still be increased or improved by February 3rd. So that's when I finalized the grades. So try to turn this in, and you'll see assignment for project 2. It'll say project collaborative group or chapter 4, but it'll be project 2 that you're trying to finish. That's where you put the file at. All right, so let me give you at most 15 minutes on this. And now you gotta get onto your kit, you gotta log in, and then you gotta find your comfortability with the link. And I gave you the link in the chat already to project 2, in case you don't have your book, some of you. Okay, where's the timer at? Okay, there we go. Now, I was doing this over here. That's what I was working on. Okay. And that would be what? Mm, all right. Now, I need to come back here. What is that? Hey, Alika. Let's see here. You got your book or no? Your kit? Let's see, copy this. How did you break the kit? Alika, you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to sign into this thing so I could do this swimming thing.
Oh, okay. So you know what to do. Can you read the objective for 20 points?
Mm,
You see my screen or no?
Hold on, I'm finna switch back to your screen. Um, Today, objective student will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to Complete Project 2 Visit Scratch 3.
Okay. So you can use the guide, or you could use that link. Put the link in the chat again. But the link is also in Edsby. You all should see a message there.
I see it in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, mommy.
Put this again in the chat. Okay, so everybody's working on project two. I wanted to come out and show you this. I think it should have updated. Okay, so as you can see, this is the assignment. I wanted to wait till I got the GGI messages and gave it time, so y'all see that. And then on top of that, where you turn in project two is in this link here for collaborative group work. Now, again, someone has to be an engineer by tomorrow. That's the person that has their kit running. They get points for being able to share their screen. I'm going to share a video again of what my son was telling you about to set your kit up to at least have VNC and Viewer installed on there. So you can do like I do here and log into your kit from a distance. So this is VNC Viewer. And if you haven't installed, you'll know. If you come down to Internet, if you want to see if you got installed or not, if you see VNC Viewer, you already got installed. Then all you need to do is just watch the video, and he shows you. It's about 12 minutes. All the things you should do to make sure your kid's fully updated. And he does it with the GUI. He doesn't do too many commands, so it's kind of cute. I do the commands. So there's ways to update it using the cartoon interface, which is called GUI, graphical user interface, versus typing in the commands correctly. So you might want to watch that in case you don't like all the typing. Let me grab this. And I showed that video earlier. Here's a video again in case you want to watch it, bookmark it, do what he says to get VNC Viewer going. This will help me help you because I can log in. You'll log into Google Meet. If you have another computer device that has the ability to Google Meet share, then you can share the screen and show me what's wrong with your kit instead of you trying to use the camera and you VNC Viewer in. And it just helps you, help me to help you. Which time we got left here? It's
Mr.
9:44.
Tyler,
Yes.
I can have my mama switch my Raspberry. Oh, dang. When you going to be back at the school? I got to switch it back in.
So
sometimes.
your kid is damaged too?
Um, the part the part that you put to the sense had that part when I
Ah,
was
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
just you got to put all the parts in the. You still at the box or no?
Yeah, I still got the box, but I had put it in the bag and sent it to my mama so she could take it back to her to the city.
Right. As
But
long as
I
you have
was
all the
telling them,
parts.
I told Miss Lane and them that I only need one part, but Miss Vega told me that I should just get a whole new one.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You got to put all the parts in there. You don't have to reinstall everything, but you need to do it ASAP because I think Friday we're closed.
Okay.
It's going to be kind of hard if you get anything done this weekend if you don't hurry it. And I was saying that to a few other students. You guys got to schedule up there while you got time today. Don't procrastinate, or it's going to bite you in the butt by next week because you're going to be trying to do everything at the last minute. So use this weekend to get caught up.
Okay.
Um, but do what you can right now on the project 2 using Scratch online if your kid is down.
So like I okay. Never mind.
You understand what I mean or no?
Yeah. This the swimming one. I gotta do that one on Scratch, right?
You can
And the
do it on
summer.
Scratch online, yeah. And then share that file out to me like we did before. But you got to be logged in, Lika, to your Scratch account to keep it saved.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's everybody, right? Okay. Melody, how's it going? You got your camera off. I can't tell what's up with you. Got you a new profile thing there. Are you there?
I'm talking to Mr. Tyler.
No, I was talking to Miss Terry.
Oh.
Melody, are you there? Okay, she stepped away. All right, so about 2 more minutes or so, and I'm going to go through what you need to do to identify your IP address of your kit if you have your kit going. And this is the last step because see, the IP address is what allows you to connect to the kit. Now, this is for the VNC viewer people. But everybody else, you should be finishing every step in that guide. And the guide I'm talking about is the link I gave you for Project 2. It's also in EDSB. Come here. Minimize that. So it's dated the 27th of January, and that's today. And there's even a link for the synchronized swimming activity in case you don't have your book with you. Mm-hmm. How much time we got left here? Melody, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I was asking for you a moment ago, dear. Um, how far are you with Project 2?
I'm putting the codes in.
You say what?
I'm still putting the codes in.
Oh, you still putting blocks together?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, checking on Eli. How's it coming with Project 2? Just checking on everybody real quick. Eli, are you there?
Yeah,
How's it coming?
I'm starting the project too.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Carson, what's the verdict, sir?
I'm starting it up too.
Okay. Because I know you was getting situated, right? Um, last but not least, Alika, are you at least starting it on Scratch Online? Did you log in?
Yep, I logged in. I'm trying to get into this winning thing.
Okay. Did you? Does a link work for you or no?
Um, it worked. It like ain't it supposed to pop up the summon thing at the top, and then
Yeah, and you go through those side steps, right?
oh, let me see that. I'm gonna
So I'll put it on the screen here. Can you see what I'm doing? You got introduction, right? So you want to make sure because the blocks are similar. It's telling you it's for Scratch 3. That's why I want y'all doing the kit. Um, I think Scratch 2 version is more friendly. But here's what you got to do. Side by side it, right? When you're on a phone or laptop, I'm not sure, but it looks like this. And then you want to have Scratch open too. So that's the MIT Scratch button, just like I'm doing. You just got to follow the steps to redo it. Again, it's best if it's done on Scratch 3. So they show you what happens, right? Okay, all right. That was like doing too much, but that's the final project. And then what you need is like it does a lot in Scratch 3. What you need is the actual coding. So this is what you need. Tells you this. You can use it offline. But what you're going to do is you're going to use the actual block coding, right? So we go to the next step. They show you all these things, but this is set up your backdrop, how to duplicate it, set up your sprites, and then there's the codes. So the first part just shows you like we did way in the beginning. Look at the code, see what it's supposed to do, and then build that code up. Now, you want to be logged into online Scratch if you don't have your kit, and you need your own profile. That was like question 1 on Monday. And I was like, what's your Scratch, MIT Scratch Online profile? So if you don't know where that is, you could always use this to build up on your code. Scratch 2 and Scratch 3 are mostly offline platforms, meaning any work you do is on a static line. It stays with you no matter where you go. If you do it from this website, which is Scratch MIT.edu, that's online. It's in the cloud. So you can access it from anywhere. You could be on your phone walking down the street. I wouldn't recommend it. Or maybe at a restaurant if you can get one that's open nowadays and be coding. But you have to be on your own profile to do it, to make sure it saves all your work or you'll lose it. So make sure you have your own profile, you're logged in, and it should go to what is called My Stuff here. And if you click on My Stuff from My Stuff, you'll see all the stuff I used to program with you guys in the beginning. Even this Scratch astronaut thing, I started with this like right after winter break, and everybody was like, what? Then a lot of people got it done. So it's 9:53. We got about 2 more minutes. I want to make sure you have time to get transition to your next class, stretch your legs. I know you're all trying to build. And also, I try to let y'all go a little early because it helps on your internet bandwidth. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing demonstrations. So I need to see some of these projects work. But also, take a look at that video and try to see if you can make VNC Viewer work. All right? To get VNC Viewer going, we'll talk about what you need, which is ifconfig. But that is done in the terminal, and I'll show you. But just try to work on having it installed on your laptop or whatever device you have outside of the kit. And you do the steps my son showed you that video to make sure VNC Viewer is loaded on there as well. That way they can communicate to each other and we can make this troubleshooting in class easier for us all if we know what's inside your kit. Students that have not gotten their kits replaced, you need to have your kit that you owe when all the parts, and then you swap it out for a new. This means you have to reinstall and go through everything again. This is the price you pay if you break your kit. The only price, really. We cannot keep replacing kits, though. So pretty soon, if you break your kit and you still need your kit for class, you have to talk to them about either them paying for the kit that you busted up, or your parents. I'm going to talk to them about having them, like, I don't know, help us out with some funding on, because we have limited kits. We don't have infinite kits. So take care of them, because that's all you're getting. We can't keep replacing 2 and 3 and 4 kits. And y'all want double credit. You just won't get the double credit, and you'll get the grade you got. So please, please, please take care of your equipment, and your equipment will always take care of you. It's 9:55. I've said a lot. Before I go, I'm going to give one more opportunity for the objective, in case we forgot what it was. And in your Scratch 3, your project 2, make sure you incorporate the word of the day and the term of the day. So I'm going to ask, let's see here, Melody, can you read what's in the objective box there?
Today's objective. Students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Project 2 via Scratch.
Thank you, Melody. 20 points for her. Again, if you guys have that program somewhere in there and it's displayed, the objective, that's 15 extra points to your score for this assignment. Likewise, 25 extra points if you have the definition of conditional somewhere displayed and brazen. Okay. So I think I've talked about everything. You all are dismissed and you move on to your next class. But remember, this is due by 8 p.m. and we're doing demonstrations tomorrow to make sure we can get out of the quiz and final exam coming up soon. Please schedule to get your replacement kits if need be, because I think the school's closed on Friday and you can't do it nothing until Monday. But by then it's going to be kind of too late, right? Those grade books about to close. Oh, don't forget to go to GGI today. I think I mentioned that earlier. From what I understand, it is mandatory. I think I'll make me some boiled eggs. Some sausage eggs. Is this working? Yes, it's working. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love all you beautiful people, but class is over. You got to get to your next period at 10 by 10:10. So I need you all to start logging out. 'Cause I'm about to close this room up. Other students, I'll see you in other periods like Eli. Here he left. I'll see you in the next period if I have you. Please come to class so it doesn't affect your attendance. And you might want to go to GGI as well because they're doing ratings tomorrow, not today. Mr. Carson, Alika, Terry, about to close the room up. You should be getting ready for next period. Are y'all there? All right. I'm going to close this up.